Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. I only want to focus here on the 1 hour time frame in this video. In my last video yesterday, I covered the daily chart as well. So if you're interested in finding out more about the large time frame, check out the last video. It is very important. At the moment, we're at a key inflection point because we have rallied in 5 waves and could now start to see the pullback in the expected wave 2. So obviously, whenever we get 5 waves up, we can watch for a wave 2 pullback. The question is now, is this wave 1 over or not? I want to tell you what I'm watching out for today and early this week. It is good to see that we've reached the next upside target. That was expected. Now, I have to say, it's not entirely clear whether this wave 5 of 1 is over. But we talk about that now. I want to tell you when I will start to assume that we are moving to the downside in this wave 2 correction. So obviously, if you followed over the last few weeks then you know that we've been watching for a 5 wave move up as first evidence that a low has been established in this larger wave 4 correction. So the idea was, okay, we could have bottomed here. Yep, we might get another low in this wave 4. That's still technically possible, but obviously already reduced in likelihood step by step. When we saw this pattern build, we had a first break above a trend line, have taken that off now. We had a break above resistance. I think it was 61,400, 61,500, which I posted in the signals and the updates, and we talked about that in the videos as well, as a level where I said if we break above that level, it will become less likely already that we are moving down in for another low. We had bullish divergences, all kinds of indicators that I mentioned to you in the last video as well, that were bullish or indicated bullishness. But from an Elliott Wave point of view, we always need 5 waves up in order to add the next support. Obviously, I added support levels along the way, right? Like the one yesterday where the price reacted and formed another high and actually reached the target area. So, however, it's all about from a larger time frame. Whenever we can see a 5 wave move up, which we can now, even though this here, needless to say, is very messy, this part up here, whenever we can see a first 5 wave move up, well, that allows us to, let's say, add the next support zone, because whenever we can see the first 5 wave move up, it indicates the trend is up. Also, the trend then on this time frame and degree is up. So I can only highlight to you, my assumption obviously is that we've bottomed in wave 4. I updated that yesterday already on X. I made a post on X, a tweet, highlighted that ideally we would see the price stretch a little bit further to at least 68,550, and that level was reached and we got rejected. So, 1 second. If you're interested in additional updates, feel free to follow us here as well on X, on Twitter. By the way, this week we ask you again for your ideas on a coin for me to cover on the weekend. Let us know here. Last weekend I covered Pepe, and you'll still find the video here. But the update was here, right? At the time, we only dipped. Well, that was just after the dip into the support region after the Biden news. And the signal or the update was, ideally wave 1, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, you can do that if you want. But ideally wave 1, obviously here, orange wave 1, or it would be after the 5th wave, obviously. So wave 1 to the upside, which is the 5 wave move, stretches a little higher to 68,500 or higher. Because that was also per previous updates, the minimum, let's say the minimum requirement for a 5th wave, not only from a structural point of view, because we already have 5 waves up, but from a Fibonacci point of view. Now, it's always quite interesting when we then reach that level and get rejected. So the question is now, have we topped or not? It's possible. I'm watching for signals. Yeah, we have reached certainly a key inflection point now. And if we now see a strong correction, that could be wave 2, that pullback. Well, then I will watch this support region here, 62,390 to 56,460, with additional levels at 60,600 and 58,856. However, it takes a break below at least the trend line to indicate that we have started wave 2. A better indication would be a break below the green line at 65,850. So I'm watching for further signals. At the moment, further upside extensions are possible. Actually, I would prefer further upside extensions. So I'm simply watching for evidence that this wave 5 is over now. Until we get that evidence, further upside extensions are possible. Actually, even preferred. Well, from a structural point of view, not because I want it, because I'm ready to buy back a little lower. But the idea is that when we talk about this fifth wave to the upside, well, it might get another extension in this C wave easily towards 69k, maybe even 70,650. But until we break below the trend line and follow through below yesterday's low, there is no indication. And don't get me wrong, that wouldn't be confirmation, but it would be the next best indication that we've actually topped. I will follow through whenever we see that. First on Discord today. For gold members, if you're interested in additional updates, check it out. We also update on the weekend, but obviously now it's in the week. But still, these charts get updated several times a day, especially for Bitcoin, and especially when we have such interesting price developments. So whenever I see a top, I will update the chart, highlight it as an update, as a signal, and then also at some point follow through with a video. But the signals, updates, short-term updates on Discord, they're always up to date, right? They are real time. So at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if we see further upside extensions. It's just that we've now reached, obviously, the minimum requirements. But it just, even though it looks finished, it could easily extend further. So we just need to be ready for that. And how could such an extension happen? I mean, what would it be? I mean, it is possible that this year was just a deep wave 4, okay? And we've seen wave 5 of A here. And this is now the B wave pullback, which is why the orange support region stays in place. Or, and I would think this is more likely actually, that this is maybe just a 1-2 setup in wave C, and we see further upside extensions like that. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.